Hello students, welcome to the English class. Students, in my last video lecture, I have completed till Derry laughs a lot, and today we will continue from the next line. I hope you have gone through the previous video lectures and have understood the chapter very nicely. If there is any doubt, I have told you all to resolve your doubts from me, right? So students, let's continue with the lecture. We have seen that Mr. Lamb had narrated a story where through the story Mr. Lamb wants to show Derry that one cannot hide oneself or shun society just because of some fear. Okay, one should enjoy life as it comes, right? Now next we will see that how Mr. Lamb shows the positive side of life, right? Mr. Lamb, you see Derry, but you still say peculiar things. So Derry doesn't find Mr. Lamb very much like any other normal people. Okay, he finds that Mr. Lamb is very peculiar because Mr. Lamb goes on to say some very peculiar thing and very strange thing which he had hardly heard from any other normal people. Okay, peculiar to some. So Mr. Lamb says that yes, whatever I have told is peculiar to some people. What do you do all day? So now Derry is very much curious to know that what Mr. Lamb does all the day. Sit in the sun, read books. Ah, you thought it was an empty house, but inside it's full. Books and other things full. So Mr. Lamb said that he loved to sit in the garden, okay, to talk to people, okay, and sometimes when he goes inside the house, he loves reading books. And then he tells Derry that inside the house, it is not an empty house, it is full of books, okay, there are lots of books and lots of things. But there aren't any curtains at the window. Now, Derry observes that the house is quite empty in the windows and doors because there are hardly any curtains. Okay, there are no curtains. So Derry asks, there are no curtains on the windows. Mr. Lamb says, I'm not fond of curtains. Shutting things out, shutting things in. I like the light and the darkness and the windows open to hear the wind. So when Derry notices that there are no no curtains on the windows of Mr. Lamb's house, Mr. Lamb replies that he is not fond of curtains because they shut things out and he likes to see the light and the darkness and to hear the wind also, right? Yes, I like that, Derry says. When it's raining, I like to hear it on the roof. So you are not lost, are you? Not altogether. You do hear things, you listen. So Derry also says that he likes to hear the rain falling on the roof. He also loves to hear all those natural things. And Mr. Lamb says that Derry is not lost. Okay, it means that, now what does it mean? That you are not lost altogether, you are not lost. So you are not lost, are you? Not altogether. What does this mean? Mr. Lamb says that Derry is not lost. It means that there is still a sensitive part in his heart, okay, but it is hidden because of the bitterness. Okay, the bitterness that Derry is, what we can say, that Derry is preserving in his heart against the world, right? Derry says, they talk about me downstairs when I am not there. What will he ever do? What's going to happen to him when we have gone? However, will he get on in this world looking like that, with that on his face? That's what they say. So Derry says that why? When Mr. Lamb says that you do listen some beautiful things also, like falling of the rain on the roof. Now, Derry says that he hears when this people, when his family members, they talk downstairs, okay, he hears them saying and being concerned about Derry's future, that what is going to happen to Derry when the parents will not be alive, what will happen to Derry, okay, who is going to accept him, or what will he go to, what will he do because of that phase. So of course the parents are discussing because of their concern, okay, but Derry is very much disturbed. He really gets upset listening all these things. Mr. Lamb, Lord boy, you have got 2 arms, 2 legs, and eyes and ears. You have got a tongue and a brain. You get on the way you want, like all the rest, and if you choose and set your mind to it, you could get on better than all the rest. So Mr. Lamb is very much surprised. Okay, Mr. Lamb says that When Derry says that they think about his future and what will he do with that face, they feel that it would be difficult for him to get on in this world with a face like that. Mr. Lamb shows Derry that he is better than all the rest. Okay, he can live his life easily like others do, because Derry has his arms and legs. Okay, Derry is full body. Okay, he is not stupid boy. He is having a nice leg and arms where he can use. His physical condition is good. Only one part of the face is burned, but that does not deform his entire future. So Derry asks, how? Means, how is it possible? And Mr. Lamb says, same way as I do. So Mr. Lamb says that, why can't you just like as I do? Do you have any friends? So Derry asks Mr. Lamb that if he has any friends. Mr. Lamb says hundreds, means many friends. But you live by yourself in that house. It's a big house too. Okay, so when Mr. Lamb tells him that everyone, Derry is very much confused, because Mr. Lamb means lives all alone in this house, all alone in this garden. Okay, so how can he have his friends, right? Mr. Lamb says, friends everywhere. People come in. Everybody knows me. The gate's always open. They come and sit here and in front of the fire in winter. Kids come for the apples and pears and for toffee. I make toffee with honey. Anybody comes. So have you. So Mr. Lamb says that all are his friends. Okay. So because everyone is welcome inside the garden, the gate is always open and everyone knows Mr. Lamb. Okay. People, they come in the summertime, they come in the winter time, they sit in front of the fire. The kids come for apples and pears. Okay. So everyone is welcome inside the garden, and since Mr. Lamb is quite famous among the people. Okay. Well, students, I want to have I want to tell you one thing, and that is this particular line you will all underline. Okay, because at the end of the story, we know who is Derry and who is Mr. Lamb, but at the end of the story, we will see the symbolic identity of Mr. Lamb. Who is Mr. Lamb? Okay, at the end of the story, after completing the explanation of the entire story, then we will discuss about the symbolic entity of Mr. Lamb. Okay, who this real Mr. Lamb is, right? So in that case, this particular paragraph becomes important. But I'm not a friend. So Derry says, but he is not his friend. Okay, Derry is confused and asks, means how can they be friends, right? So Mr. Lamb says, certainly you are, so far as I am concerned. What have you done to make me think you are not? So Mr. Lamb said that, why aren't you my friend? Because if others are my friend, then you are also my friend. And what have you done that will not make me your friend? Isn't it? That is, Derry has not done anything that he can be the enemy of Mr. Lamb. There can be only two relations, friendship or enmity, isn't it? Derry says, you don't know me. You don't know where I come from or even what my name is. So Derry says, because Mr. Lamb doesn't know Derry. He doesn't know from where Derry has come or what his name is or what all those other things. Why should that signify? Do I have to write all your particulars down and put them in a filing box before you can be a friend? So Mr. Lamb said that, is it very much necessary to know the name and address of a person before making him friend? Okay, does he have to maintain a record that, okay, he is my friend and he is not my friend? Is that so? And Derry says, I suppose not. No. So Derry says that, no, that is not the way. Mr. Lamb then says, you could tell me your name if you choose and not if you didn't. So Mr. Lamb then tells Derry that if Derry wants to tell his name, then he can tell. Okay, and if he doesn't want, then no problem. That doesn't matter for Mr. Lamb, because Mr. Lamb, it's only a person, okay, and so he can become friend. And Derry says, Derry. Only it's Derek. But I hate that. Derry, if I am your friend, you don't have to be mine. I choose that. So Derry says that my name is Derry. Okay. And Derry says the real name is Derek. But because he doesn't like the term Derek, so he likes that everyone should call him Derry. Right. And then he says that Derry have liked Mr. Lamb. So Derry makes Mr. Lamb his friend. But it doesn't mean that Mr. Lamb also have to make Derry his friend. Mr. Lamb then says, certainly. Derry, I might never come here again. You might never see me again. And then I couldn't still be a friend. So Derry says that, see, this might be my first and last coming over into this garden. Maybe Derry is never going to come to this garden anymore. So if Derry never comes to this garden, then of course the friendship will also not remain. Now, regarding friendship, as I have told you, this comes the fourth part, okay, that how we are going to view people, okay, the attitude towards people, that you can say the attitude that we should have towards people. Okay, so in what attitude should we react to the people, or we should behave with the people? So here you say, whenever we say about friendship, it is like when we are very close to each other, when we meet every day and when we talk every day, we tell them to be our friend if our mentality goes similar. Okay, means if your mentality synchronized with your friend's mentality, then only we can call ourselves to be friends. But suppose we don't meet that particular person for many years, then we say that we used to be friends but now we are not. But then it doesn't make that they are enemy. Why should they be not friends, isn't it? Just not by seeing or just not by meeting every day doesn't make oneself be away from that relationship, from that friendly relationship, isn't it? So Mr. Lamb said that why not? Okay, so Derry says, how could I? You pass people in the street and you might even speak to them, but you never see them again. It doesn't mean they are friends. So Miss Derry says that how can they be friends? Okay, because you meet so many people. Okay, and you means. This Mr. Lamb meets so many people, and every day you come, and now when we are walking on the streets we meet so many people, but that doesn't mean that we are friends. Okay, just by meeting those people on the streets doesn't mean, or maybe we have just had a conversation, one or two conversation, and then we went off to our way and never again we met each other, doesn't make me that I am his friend, right? Mr. Lamb says, doesn't mean they are enemies either, does it? So Mr. Lamb then says, but do they make our enemies? Okay, if they are not my friend, are they enemies? Derry says, no, they are just nothing, people, that's all. So Derry says that no, not even friends, not even enemies, they are just people and nothing else. And here Mr. Lamb says a very vital thing. People are never just nothing. Never. People are never nothing. People is the creation of God. Okay, we cannot say he is simply nothing. Okay, not my friend, not my enemy. He is simple nothing. Okay, we cannot say not a single person is nothing. Every single person is something. We should respect each and every person. Respect the sentimentality. Respect that person in all his what we can say disabilities and abilities. That is how we should behave with the people, right? And that is what actually I was saying, the attitude of ourselves towards people or towards the world. How should we behave with the people? People are never just nothing, never, Derry. There are some people I hate. So Derry says that he hates some people. Okay, tells Mr. Lamb that he hates some people. Mr. Lamb says, that would do you more harm than any bottle of acid. Acid only burns your face. So Mr. Lamb says that. So here we find that Derry says that he hates some people, right? And Mr. Lamb says that would do you more harm than any bottle of acid. So that is the thing, right? Mr. Lamb says that hatred is more dangerous than the acid that burnt his face. Okay, acid had only burnt the face, but hatred, what happens? Hatred burns your heart, and from inside you are being burnt. Acid has only deformed your outward physical beauty, but hatred will deform your inner beauty, and that is which is very much important. So that would do more harm than any bottle of acid. Acid only burnt your face. So Mr. Lamb said acid only burnt your face. This term only is really only for Mr. Lamb, but it is not only for Derry. Okay, so therefore Derry says only, because Derry finds still now that physical beauty is very much important, that one should be attractive, physically perfect, okay, in order to be accepted in the world. But for Mr. Lamb it is not so. Okay, so Derry says only means no one can say that physical deformity is only, but Mr. Lamb says, like a bomb only blew up my leg. There's worse things can happen. You can burn yourself away inside. So Mr. Lamb said that yes, only just like a bomb had only deformed his leg, because there are other things which can deform oneself from inside, and that is very dangerous. Okay, and that is really harmful, because that way what will happen, person can never stand up in his life. Students, I have explained till this much. Okay, things can happen, you can burn yourself from inside. Please go through this video lecture. Okay, and if there is any doubt, please clarify your doubts from me in the classroom. Okay, and in my next video lecture we will continue from the next line. Thank you, students. Study well.